Round 2.
There's a quote on the screen. I believe we've been allowing Ray to read the quote. So, Mike, do you want to?
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. I get to read the quote right here?
Yeah.
My turn?
Yeah.
I get to shine?
Yeah.
Okay, right here.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
There are more people here than I expected. We should have gotten a booth.
We should have got a booth. Who's the quote by? Who said that?
By Genesis.
In the Bible.
Wait, yeah, what is this, like Genesis? Like
chapter 2.
Yeah, verse 3 or something.
So we talked about this on last episode. We did go to Retropalooza this year. Mike B did not.
Mm-hmm. It was our first time in a long time.
Or at least I didn't see you there.
Mm-hmm.
But you could have been there. I don't know.
Yeah, I was in the back. You didn't see me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I was waving at you the whole time. It's like you looked and then you turned around.
Yeah. We got to see some people we knew. Adrian, shout out.
Oh yeah, our friend Adrian.
Yeah, we saw Adrian, so that was cool. Because we did last time we were at Retropalooza was 2019, and we actually had a booth there promoting our show. So that's where we met Adrian.
Mm-hmm.
So this quote came from the fact that it's not that there wasn't a lot of people there in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was a bigger event as far as space and the amount of booths there. This one, so people were more spread out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this one, when we went in, it was like every row was packed.
Yeah.
People. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it was crowded.
Yeah, it was crowded. Like every table was crowded. And it was like,
man,
there was more people than I expected. We should have got a booth to promote our show.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the quote. But as we got to looking around, it's like they kind of shrunk the side for the vendors. There was more space over for the games.
Mm-hmm.
The other main thing, and this is not a diss. What did you see? This is not a diss to those YouTube people, those streaming people that went in 2019, and we had no idea who you people were.
Yeah.
Respect to your following. Some of those people have millions of followers. Like respect, but I had no idea who you were. This particular one, they did have some, to me, bigger name people.
Mm-hmm.
So they had Damian Clark, who voiced Cell.
Nice.
Was the big one, and Scar from Full Metal Alchemist, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had the NBA Jams guy there, but I feel like he's there a lot. Boom shakalaka, that guy.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. And he had a microphone and he was just doing the voiceovers like he was
right next to Damian Clark.
Right next
to
that would have driven me crazy.
Right.
And then so this is why I was surprised you weren't there. So I think it was the lady that they based who was the lady from Resident Evil 8?
Resident Evil 8.
Lady.
Oh, Lady Dimitrescu or something like that.
So the lady that I think that they based her body off of or whatever there, she was there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man, I would have loved it. Man,
so
how was I not there?
I don't know. So I feel like you had bigger names or maybe not bigger names, but people that are attached to bigger things.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody attached to Full Metal and Dragon Ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody attached to Resident Evil at your convention versus YouTube personalities. Again, this is not a shot. Shout out to y'all. Y'all doing y'all thing, right? Making y'all money. That's cool. I just don't know who you are. Right?
Yeah.
It's not going to make me come to a show. Right?
Like Boogie or something. There's somebody that's like
she naming folks.
No, but I remember there was somebody really big.
I think he well, at least he was supposed to. He was there at this one too.
Yeah. And that's when we were walking that one time and people were like, I was like, who is this?
She was being disrespectful.
Oh yeah.
No, I wasn't trying to be, but
no, I know you weren't.
She went right in the middle of his line and was like, "Who?"
I said, "Who is this?
Who?"
And they looked at me like,
"Oh, really?
How do you not know? Like that's Michael Jackson,
right?
Oh, wow.
Like he was like, you about to make that girl cry." I was like, I don't think so.
Yeah, they were getting hostile. They were getting kind of
what?
Yeah.
Not this time, but like
the last time
maybe 2018.
So what'd you think about the event? You actually went.
Well, I mean, I think the thing is we've been to so many of these now that it's just like This
is the first one this year that we went to that was game related though, right?
It is.
Yeah.
But it's just you kind of still. It's like now we've seen it so many times. The first, several times we went, it was just kind of exciting because it was new. And I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen that game in so long. look at those old consoles, look at all this old stuff.
It's like, where did you get those clothes?
Right? Look at these Nintendo Power magazines. Like, dang, I remember those. And now it's just kind of like, now we've seen it. So it was cool to see a bunch of people there. But we went through it pretty fast because it's like, we've seen this now so many times.
Well, we also, not just we've seen it so many times, but we've been to so many conventions. We went with a specific agenda.
Yeah.
We weren't browsing and shopping.
Right.
Yeah.
We had a specific agenda where we were going in to get autograph pops from, which I should have brought them. What the hell? Autograph pops from Damian Clark.
Who was super nice, by the way.
Yeah, he was real cool. So he signed our sale pops, talked to us about Dragon Ball Z, told us that, which I didn't know. We're going to get into it in the next round, but he was actually the voice of Future Gohan in History of Trunks. And he also told me that he actually did the voice for Cell Max.
Oh, nice.
In the last movie that came out, but we both had the same reaction. When I was talking to him, we both had the same reaction. Like, I said, "Did you do Cell Max too?" He was like, "Yeah, but," and I was like, "Yeah." Not too many lines, just a bunch of grunts and like a bunch of that going on. He was like, "Yeah, they could have got anybody to do that," and I'm like, "Yeah, they really could have."
Well, as long as they paid you,
right?
That's what I was gonna say. Unless they put some bread on the
name on the credits, so
whatever,
that works.
That's Trunks.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, Mike. Since you didn't go, what was the last convention you went to?
I wanna honestly say
because COVID happened, and it's not like we just stopped going to conventions because we didn't want to go anymore. COVID happened, a lot of stuff got closed down, and a lot of people were sick, and we just didn't want to get sick.
Yeah, because 20 and 21 were both questionable.
Right. Well, what's the last one you went to?
The last one I actually remember was probably the last Retropalooza I went to. Probably like
the one where we did the booth.
Yeah, when we did the booth,
19.
actually.
Okay. So why didn't you go this year? Or why haven't you been to a convention since? That is the question.
You know what? I'll be honest.
Don't lie to me.
It's kind of like what you guys said like before. It's like I kind of been there and I done that. Like, I've been to like different cons like for so long. And the thing is that it's just the wow factor is gone for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So like the urgency of like, oh, I got to go there. I got to be there. I have to be there. Like it would have to be somebody specific that I really want to see. Or for me personally, I find enjoyment going with somebody else that hasn't been.
So speaking of going with someone else, we have a mutual friend who went. I don't want to say with us, but pretty much. I invited him on the show.
Oh.
And he was acting foolish.
What?
So we could have had an in-depth review of what actually happened during Retropalooza. And looked at all the stuff that he bought because he actually went.
Yeah, he got some
stuff. He got some good stuff.
Oh, nice.
Right, but he didn't want to come. He didn't want to talk. He didn't want to talk to y'all. All right, so whatever.
Oh, that's sad.
That's sad. It is what it is. So it was like whatever. So we did go with a mutual friend, and that made it a little bit better, even though it wasn't like we didn't spend like hours and hours and hours, But those times of shopping and looking, and I was kind of helping him look what he was looking for, and blah blah blah, like that. That made the experience a little better.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that always helps if you.
And even seeing Adrian, I mean, we didn't talk to him for very long, but it was just like, it was just cool to talk to people.
Yeah. No, like I said, whenever I go into like a convention or something, I'm going straight to where they're selling the stuff at. Like you said, I have a mission, I have a goal. I'm like giving my Digimon cards, giving my Gundam models,
digital monsters.
Yeah, man. And then I'm like deuces. I'm like nice.
Breath.
You know what though? I do miss like the early times when we went, because I remember when you went with us to Retropalooza, man, you were all over the place. You were like, oh my god, this person has that and that person has that. And it was just like really cool to see you so excited.
I was losing my mind. I was having a great time.
Yeah.
No, the last time I went to Retropalooza, they had a band. Like they had a live band playing, right? And they were just playing Sonic, like the Sonic music. And they were just they were on the drums, just getting it. I'm looking at everybody like, do you guys don't hear this? This is some good music right here. Everybody's just walking nonchalantly.
Well, I don't know. I think I was talking to you. I don't know, but unfortunately, Mario, Sonic, that era of gaming is no longer cool.
Oh man,
Mario's still popular, but I don't think anybody would confuse him with something cool. Right? But back then, Sonic was cool. Mario was cool, and then Sonic came out and he was cooler.
Well, and it's more nostalgic for us.
Yeah,
that's
you know
true.
what I mean? It's not nostalgic for kids these days.
They have some Fortnite characters out there.
Because they're like,
They
what?
enjoy that. Yeah.
Regular Nintendo. What?
Mario.
Yeah.
It's a me. So anyway, it was cool. I was happy to see, like I said, I don't want to say bigger name people, but it's better to see different variety of celebrity guests. How about that? I'll put it that way. Better to see that. Good to see that the aisles were packed of people, even though it could have been smoke and mirrors because it seemed like the vendor side was a little smaller.
It did.
We did see some vacant spots where either I guess they didn't sell, not a lot, but maybe 3, maybe 4, where they didn't sell or the people didn't show up. I did see one where it was very clear that they didn't show up because I saw their name on the table. But like I said, generally speaking, I was like, yeah, we should have got a booth. So went to go look, and I was like, oh, let's get a booth next year. Well, next year they are actually moving further out to Fort Worth. Again, really? Anybody out there? We're in Dallas. This was in Arlington, and then they're moving out to Fort Worth. So a bigger space, but I'm not actually sure that it's a bigger convention.
That's what I was going to say. Like, what kind of convention center do they have out there?
A bigger one.
I mean, it's nice. We were out there. We were out there for Collecticon in May, I think.
Yeah.
And
who?
It's called Collecticon.
What?
You would have liked it. It was like 95% Pokemon cards.
Pocket Monsters.
Ooh, Pocket Monsters. Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a nice space.
Yeah, like I said, they're moving because they're turning the Arlington Convention Center into something else, like some kind of art museum or something.
Oh, really?
Right.
Which is weird because they have the whole esports thing connected.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Like they were doing esports.
So they're kind of getting the boot as far as you can't rent the space out anymore. Yeah. So they're renting it out because of that. Now, if they end up, going bigger as far as better content, better people, then we might look into it. But 2 more things before we forget. Genesis.
Yep.
Sign. Mike, you like the sign?
Oh, it's dope.
So
I like that.
So I said I was going to do a shout out. Here it is right here. It came with a little pack here, business card, all that good stuff. Retro Beard is who made this.
Oh, really now?
Yeah, and they had different ones.
Okay.
So here's what's cool about it. This is not a paid sponsor. Nobody pays us nothing.
Right.
This is just cool shit that I saw and was like, let's get it.
And we were like literally walking out.
It was time to go.
Yeah, and he saw that.
Yeah. So here's what's cool about it. So as you can see, it lights up. As you can see, it's the logo from the Genesis games, right?
Yeah.
That Genesis sign that you see, it comes off.
What? Is it like
it's like a
customizable or something? Or?
Yeah.
It's like a slide-in plate kind of thing.
And then you could put one from a different system in there.
What? Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, generally speaking, most people might want 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever. But if you just wanted one and you had different, whatever you were using it for, you can take that Genesis off. I don't know why you would take Genesis off.
I put,
And then you could put Sega Master System on there. You can put Sega. Super Nintendo on there. You can whatever. So, Retro Beard. I'm trying to see if there's a website. Hold on. At the Retro Beard. I'm assuming just check them out on any social media platform. And then you can look at, if you want one of these, you can order it. I think they're based out of Tennessee.
Okay, cool. Already.
So Retro Beard, bro, it was good meeting you. I like the stuff. Comes with an internal rechargeable, like a power bank.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, it came with it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you charge up the power bank, plug it in, boom.
Standalone, huh?
Yeah, good to go.
Nice.
He was super nice too.
Yeah, he was cool.
Nice guy.
Yeah, so yeah, and hey, hit me up if you want to send me something to put. I will show it off. You know. And the other thing, time for some beef. That was the good. This is the bad.
Oh yeah.
Should I call his name out? Did I say I was going to say his name? Or
no, you're not going to say. You weren't.
I'm not going to say. Okay, so there's a guy that we met probably at the first convention we ever went to.
Yeah.
Was selling books. A book he wrote.
Okay.
We bought the book.
Yeah, because we were like, oh, this is cool. It's like Yeah.
Something Super Nintendo, greatest Nintendo games. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
He signed the book for us. Super nice.
Yeah, super nice.
Told him, hey man, this is early on. We're gonna start a podcast. We should, you can.
I think this was the first one we went to in Plano.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. We saw him at the next convention. He thinks that we're gonna buy a book.
Mm-hmm.
We tell him, no, we already bought your book. So, oh, okay. Still super nice. Super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Kept telling him about the podcast. We're gonna have you on. He was all for it. Yeah, I'll come do your podcast. Cool. We saw him at another convention.
Mm-hmm.
He acted like a MF ass.
What? Really?
Dismissed us. Didn't want to talk to us. Didn't want to have nothing to do with it. I don't know if he was having a bad day.
What?
Yeah, it was real weird.
Yeah. And I was just like, well, you still interested in doing the pod? Like, what, man? Okay, maybe. I'm not coming out there to do it, though. I mean, we can do something virtually, maybe. And it was just like, all right, bro. Like, he was just acting real crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you having a day.
Man, who crapped in his Cheerios, man? Who did that?
Right.
What?
So fast forward. So like a few months ago, he went and he's doing YouTube videos now. He went to an event and he like literally put like this whole person on blast for having games there that he wanted to buy that the person wouldn't sell to him, and was just acting a real ass in the video and calling this dude out and just acted. And people called him on his shit, right? Like, yo, bro, why you doing this person like this, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, maybe the vibe I got from him was a legit vibe. Maybe you are an ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we go, right when you walk in, there's a big, nice booth set up. Only 5, 6, 10 items for sale. Big double booth, graded, sealed, Super Nintendo games and comic books and high price, high end stuff. So we asked the girl, I see Dragon Ball Viz comic book #1, graded. I think it was a 9.4.
It was awesome.
Oh, nice.
I was like, oh, well, how much is that? And the girl was like, I don't know. I'm just kind of here. Hey, come here.
Well, at first she's like, I don't know. And kind of just stood there, and I'm looking at her like, okay, well, is there somebody that does know? Like, what are we doing here? Anyway, go ahead.
So she calls over the guy. Well, all right, just how much is this? Because right when I saw him, I was like, hell. Like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to buy anything from you. Like, that's how much you kind of just rub me the wrong way. So anyway, look, how much is this? He's like, let's find out.
It was unprofessional.
He gets in Googling stuff and he goes on eBay. He finally finds someone selling one on eBay for $450. He was like, here's one right here, $450. It's going for $450, and that sounds about right. So yeah, $450. Now, you know, and I know, you know, just because something is for sale on eBay for $450, that doesn't mean that's how much it's worth.
Exactly.
So as soon as he said $450, I'm like, I'm out of here, right? I ain't want to deal with you no way. So later on, I looked it up. Let's go to the sold completed.
Right.
Yeah.
270 or something.
Okay.
230, I think. It's like, bro.
It was just all around unprofessional. The whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
The whole interaction, even with the girl.
Yeah.
They just didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah. So I was just like, bro, this is. I don't know what kind of people normally come up to your booth, bro. Just if you're watching, you won't be. But people that go to a retro video game convention, not gonna buy anything from you for the price listed on eBay, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's a blatant, to me, that's a blatant ripoff. Anybody who doesn't have prices marked, you're trying to rip people off. And here's the deal. You only had like 10 things in there. Again, real nice stuff.
Yeah.
Super nice stuff, all graded. Some of the stuff was sealed, old stuff. You know, you probably had $10,000 worth of stuff there easily.
Yeah.
Right? Easily.
Yeah, super high end.
Super high end stuff. But anybody who doesn't have prices marked, you trying to rip folks off, bro.
Which I don't even know why he was there, but maybe.
I have no idea what was going on there.
Yeah.
But he was there, and it immediately turned me off, and then he gave me the bullshit price, and I was like, yeah, I knew something was going to rub me the wrong way about this interaction as soon as you walked over.
Yeah, I looked up, I saw him, and I was like, I looked up over at Genesis, I was like, because I wanted to see his face, and I could tell he did not react, so I was like, I'm just going to be quiet.
Yeah. So anyway, that was our time at Retropalooza. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to get into round 3?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh yes, let's go.
No, okay.